Welcome back. Got a special one for you today. So we're gonna do a brief gym tour, which I've already walked, took all that footage for, and then gonna give you a quick chest workout, and then I'm gonna rank everything, all the machines, most of the machines. So we'll give like a nice power ranking, S tier, A tier, B tier, etc. And I'm gonna talk you through why I love some and why I hate the others. But for the most part, they're all fucking awesome. Some really unique pieces in here I wanna walk through. And then I'm gonna do another video where my whole workout is gonna be every single machine here. But that's for another time. But in the meantime, quick chest workout, and then we're gonna rank everything. So I'm doing a very particular range of motion today. Shoulders bother me a little bit, has been for a few days. It's getting much better, but I'm supersetting these with a pec deck. And notice how I was doing those like little quarter reps at the bottom. Essentially what I'm trying to do is pre-fatigue the muscle in a lengthened position before I then do my full sets. It's going to make it a little more difficult. Again, pre-fatiguing, require less weight. I don't want to be throwing up, 110-pound dumbbells right now because my shoulders bother me. So I want to like do some lightish, moderate weight. I'd rather do higher reps. So that's what I'm doing. I'm doing like these partials. Again, same thing, because I don't want to, max out the fucking pec deck and put a lot of strain on my shoulder. So doing the same thing, just getting that deep, deep stretch, getting a burn in the chest, pre-fatiguing, then doing the full reps, and then supersetting that with this. Also, what that's gonna do, gonna shorten the workout a little bit too. Because you are gonna get a little burnt out, which is fine. That's just what I'm dealing with because my shoulder is bothering me. So at the same time, it's gonna require less weight, and it's gonna shorten the workout. Less weight, less stress, shorter workout, less stress. So that's the idea. Also, like the chest pump you get from it, it's crazy. back. A little modified push day, kinda, chest. So now we're gonna go through and we're gonna power rank. We're gonna power rank these machines. Yeah, we'll start with the leg machines. The leg machines they have are pretty epic. They're missing one, unfortunately. I don't think they have room for it. I don't think they're gonna get it. And it happens to be my favorite leg machine of all time. I know the owner. I'm trying to get him to make some room. We'll see. But they do have a pendulum squat, which we'll get to. So, all right. So we'll start with, because we'll just go from the end of the wall here, the seated calf raise. Now, the seated calf raise, in my opinion, is kind of a waste of space. I mean, if you're looking to build size in your calves, which pretty much everyone is, I think that's really the only reason people in the gym train calves is because they don't want that chicken leg look. You're not going to get that with the seated. You want to train the upper and inner portion of your calves, and that's going to come from a straight leg calf raise. So that's why the straight leg calf machine, which we'll get to in a minute, that's all you need. If you're doing calves, in my opinion, it's the best. You can do like a seated calf raise on like a leg press. That's also one of my favorites because it actually gives you a little bit more of a stretch because you're hinged at the hip. But this one, in my opinion, I give it I put it in like the F. I think it's just one of the worst machines ever. Never use it, in my opinion. Next, standard leg press. A lot of people hate on the leg press. I think just because people do it wrong, everyone's like, oh, you can just overload all this weight and do these half reps. Well, if you put the seat down a little bit more, so yeah, you adjust the back portion of the seat where it's a little closer to being horizontal, or as close as you can get. That's then going to allow you to bring your legs back a little further, longer range of motion. I think the leg press is great. There's not a lot of machines that allow you to really overload the legs with that much weight. And again, if you just do it with the right range of motion, again, if you put your feet all the way up, your back is, and you're as upright as possible, the range of motion is going to be super short and it's going to be fucking stupid. Sure, I agree with you there. But if you do it how I do it, feet a little bit lower, nicer tempo, deeper stretch, put the seat back, the range of motion is more than sufficient in my opinion. So I've always loved that. And again, you can still play around with the foot placement. You also have the option to do calf raises on here. So it also makes it a somewhat of a versatile machine. I don't know, man. Do I go A or it's not S tier. Is it B tier or is it A tier? Fuck it. It's A tier for me. It's been a staple for me. It's my fucking video. It's my opinion. A tier. Talk shit. Next, belt squat. Belt squat, in my opinion, not the greatest. It is versatile, so I've actually been doing single leg or not single leg. I've been doing straight leg RDLs on this. I've been swapping out the belts and putting the hook on a handle and just doing deadlifts on there because they don't have the other hack squat variation that I'm looking for, unfortunately. But yeah, I've never loved the belt squat. It always felt weird on my hips and my knees. Some people love it. I don't know. I prefer to just stand on a platform and do deeper sumo deadlift type motions. So for me personally, I'm putting a belt squat in the D range. I just don't like it. Yeah. I know it's going to be a hot take. It's a very popular machine, but again, I'm just going based off my own personal preference. It feels like shit. Now, we're just going to come right out of the gate, guns blazing for this next one. It's an S tier machine. This is the pendulum squat, and this one in particular, it looks like the fucking Batmobile. It's crazy. It's very complex looking, but yeah, most gyms don't have the belt squat, and the belt squat is one of the best leg movements or leg machines that you can find on the market. It's particularly a quad bias movement, and also just the support that it gives on your back while being able to add that much weight, that kind of range of motion. It's just truly, truly incredible. And there's really no other machines that have a similar range of motion, or I guess plane of motion, as a pendulum squat. So it's very unique in how it targets the quads. And yeah, I think it's also a little less taxing on the knees compared to a traditional hack squat as well. So pendulum squat, S tier all the way, no doubt. Adductor, abductor machine. This is the dual where it flips in and out. Gonna throw this in the B. You don't need it. There's just so many other glute movements and glute and hip variations for the abduction, and then the adduction. If they were separate machines, I would bump it up a little bit. I think that's a very undertrained muscle for most, and again, that's going to give you that width from the front. Because people, all right, great, you want to train the hamstrings, want to train the quads, but that front profile, for it to look really, really big from the front, your quads have to be fucking huge. But if you have really big adductors, it's going to add width on the interior portion of the leg, thus giving you this perception of a bigger leg. So it is very important, but again, there are other things that you can do to train the adductors. Just not necessary. Still a great machine. I still use it for adduction, but we'll throw it in the B. The belt hip thrust. Don't love this variation. Again, this could be a preference thing because I have a long torso. I've always felt that barbell hip thrust, Smith machine hip thrusts were far superior to any other hip thrusting machines. There is one hip thrust machine that I've never seen in my gym. It's very unique. I've only seen it online a couple of times. It's almost like a mini Smith machine. It looks really cool. But this one in particular, where it's belt loaded, the range of motion isn't great on it. It's pretty short, so you can't go super, super deep without losing tension. It's a little tricky to do single leg on it, so I'm going to put it, but it's still good. Like if you still throw like a resistance band around the knees, yeah. I don't love it. I'm going to put it in the C. There are just other variations. Like my other gym had, instead of like the strap, it was an actual bar. That would then bump it up to a B. But yeah, I think with the belts, it's going to be in a C. This is a great machine. The standing single leg curl, plate loaded. Anything plate loaded is great for the most part. So this one, standing, I prefer it as opposed to any like lying leg curls. My favorite is still going to be the seated, which we'll get to right after this, I believe. But this is nice because you can isolate. You do single leg. Feels really good with tempo. You can control it quite a bit. Just how you kind of brace yourself with your arms and the handles. You can throw your whole body into it and really do a lot of weight on it. So in terms of isolation and overloading the hamstring, I think this is a great machine. I'm probably going to put it in the A. Yeah, I'm actually probably going to put. We're going to come back to that one. Yeah, now we'll just do the other hamstring curl. Actually, no. I'm going to put that other one in B. And then I'm going to put the seated. I think this is the goat of hamstring curls. It's just a standard seated. The reason being because you're hinged at the hips, by default, that's going to stretch out your hamstrings even more. So they're going to be in more of a lengthened position. I even like to like lean up a little bit more sometimes. And I haven't really met a hamstring curl machine that lacks range of motion. It's usually the leg extension. So I'll put this one in the A and I'll put the other one in the B. And now just going into the standard leg extension machine. This one in particular is good. The range of motion is better than most. But yeah, for a leg extension, I mean, this is going to be an S tier machine. Yeah, I don't think I think it's very difficult to grow well-rounded, juicy quads without a leg extension machine. I mean, it's like bread and butter, play the hits, don't overthink it. What would the name of this one be? Is this just like a incline seated leg press? Yeah, this is probably, I'm going to throw this in like a D. You don't need it. There's certain things you can do with it. It isn't bad for single leg pressing movements. It's pretty decent if you wanted to make it like a quad focus where you're putting your feet together a little bit lower. But again, yeah, I'd rather just do some sort of like narrow stance, heel elevated squat of some sort, or just like the other previous leg press machine we went over. Yeah, I you could do without this. This is just like a staple in every commercial gym for some reason. So, yeah, throw that one in the D. Whoa, pause. Yeah, this is what we spoke about before. This is the other calf raise machine. Yeah, it's all you need for calves, in my opinion. It's just so fucking good. You get a deep stretch because the toes are elevated. The weight goes very deep. I mean, I think I go like halfway down when I do these. So no matter how strong your calves are getting, it's probably never going to be strong enough to max this machine out. You can do single leg, double leg. The only thing I will say is I've seen machines before where you put your toes, it's a broader platform, and then it has more of a range of motion where it goes like all the way down. And I used to do reverse lunges on that, and it used to be fucking awesome. You can't do it on this machine, but I'm not going to take that away from this machine because it's designed for calf raises. So when it comes to training calves and what this machine is meant to do, I can't not. I mean, I think this is the best for it. So I'm going to put it in the S tier. This one, yes, don't know the name of it. Very, very versatile. This is a very, very versatile machine. I would prefer, so I'm going to put this in the A and not in the S. The reason being is because you can't do the handles aren't like individual. If they were, I would bump it up to the S because I've seen other machines like that where it just adds a little bit more versatility. But you can do Bulgarian split squats on these. You can do deadlifts. You can do shrugs. You could probably even row a little bit if you wanted to. But very versatile, and it really makes doing Bulgarians a lot easier. Because when you already have such a difficult movement, it's a pain in the ass, like loading different machines or dragging dumbbells around. This kind of makes it easy. It also evens out the weight, even distribution, which I guess could be looked at as a benefit. But yeah, awesome machine. Love doing Bulgarians on these. It's one of the better shrugging machines in my opinion. I'd rather do it here with a neutral grip versus an overhand grip for a barbell. So for this machine, Yeah, we're gonna put this as an A tier. These are great. I'm trying to think what else. Yeah, I'll fool around with it. I'll see what other movements I could add in there. Eh. Yeah, no, we'll keep it there. Actually, I'm gonna drop it down to a B. I'm dropping it down to a B. Yeah, got a lot of S's and A's. Yes, it's a very good machine. It's not an A tier. Final answer. Yeah, standard. This is a plate loaded row. This is great. I recently started doing these single arm. Much better. So this machine is more versatile than you think. So a lot of people think it's versatile because it has four. Was it one, two, three, four different grips? No, my opinion. There's other ways you can do it. So what I've started doing is I put a brick or some sort of like foam where the chest plate thing is to make to kind of extend yourself back. I don't sit, and then I lean forward a little bit. So rather than being upright and kind of making this somewhat of like an upper back or middle back row, I now lean a little bit forward, and now that's going to engage more of the lats. It's almost like a combination of like a pull down and a row. So that's the variation I do on there. And now if I am trying to target the upper back a little bit more, I'll do these single arm. These are really good. These have been a staple for me since I started lifting. So in terms of rows, yeah, I'm going to toss it in the A for sure. Yeah, and this pull down machine, it's pretty good. I like doing it. I don't always put it in my split. I don't do it weekly, but it's a good option to have. It's nice. You can sit forward. You can sit sideways. You could do them both at the same time. People usually do them single arm. It's been pretty good. I've finally started like feeling like found like the perfect position for me in particular to like really target the lats for that supinated grip. So yeah, I find good value in it, but we're gonna toss in the B range. Yeah, I think that there's a lot of other pull downs that are better. Um, Smith machine. I will say Smith machine will be in the A tier. Every gym ever is going to have it. I don't really need to dive in much about this just because I think it's extremely versatile. You can do almost anything with it. And the reason it's not in the S tier because I think the barbell goes in the S tier. So, because there are just some limitations for it, but it's excellent. You do it for bench, you can do it for squat, you can do it for deadlifts, you can do it for lunges, split squats, drag curls. There's a lot you can do with it. So, and now that I'm talking through it, it sounds like it should be in the S tier, but I'm going to keep it in the A. This thing is S. S all the way. It's a plate loaded fly. Dude, this thing feels so fucking good. Um, yeah, because these handles, before you even have any resistance, it has like this free range of motion. Um, it's extremely smooth. The plate loaded feels so good where you can like really get a squeeze at the top. It goes extremely wide, a great stretch. There's just something about like this plane of motion that just feels so incredible. I've been using this machine since I joined this gym, and it's been one of the best chest machines I've used. So I love this thing. I'm going to keep it in the S tier all day. And you don't really find them. You find mostly just like the standard pec deck, which is great, the cable loaded, but there's something about this plate loaded one that just hits so different. I really don't, I wish I could explain it a little bit better. I'm having a hard time doing it. Even when the owner was there last week, he asked me, he was like, hey, what do you think about this piece? I told him I fucking love it. And it was his first time. And I was like, I waited for him to use it to get his opinion. He absolutely loved it too. So, yeah, it's cool having unique pieces like this in this gym as well. This one felt really good. Another S tier, the T-bar, chest supported T-bar row. I think when it comes to rowing, this is the one. Like if I could pick one row machine or one row variation for the rest of my life, it wouldn't be a barbell row. It wouldn't be a single arm cable row, whatever. It is the T-bar, chest supported T-bar. Different variations. You could have a wider grip, elbows out, target the upper back, that 45-degree angle grip. If you want, keep those elbows a little bit tighter for the lats. You could roll your shoulders over, chest supported, truly isolate the back. You could add a lot of weight on here, different foot placement. Yeah, I mean, this is just, for rowing, doesn't get much better than a chest supported T-bar row. So that's an S tier. Yeah, plate loaded chest press. This one's sweet. Really, really like this one in particular to others because of the grip placement there and the angle of it. And also, it kind of feels like a pendulum. So that's kind of, yeah, it's like this pendulum where it comes up, gets a little narrow, and then comes out and kind of by default pushes your arms out. You get a really deep stretch. Yeah, it feels really good. I'm going to put it in the B tier. It's a good pressing movement. I don't think it's A or S, but it is a really good piece. The reason being is I do think, dumbbells a little bit better. I probably prefer maybe like a Smith, but like if I do utilize this machine because it's also like ease of use. It's like already set up. You throw the plates on there, feels good, easy to progress. So it's a B. It's a good one. And also, so the owner made a great point. The only thing that sucks is like sometimes it starts very low, which is like if you're going heavy, you're starting at the bottom and you're taking a lot out of you just to like get into your starting position. So that's kind of a pain in the ass. The hyperextension, this is a B. I usually do these single leg and I add a band around it. A lot of versatility. You can do a lot of core on here, but I think any sort of extension. Actually, no, I take that back. I'm putting this in C. Yeah, because like without the resistance band that I add to the bottom, the problem with the pendulum like that, right? So take this pen. This is the pendulum. You load the weight here, and then you attach. You put your foot through the loop here, and then you kick back. So boom, you're kicking this thing back. The problem is the first, call that 30% of the motion. You're almost going more horizontal than you are vertical. So gravity is not really coming into play. So there's not a lot of resistance in the first 30% of the repetition here. So that's why I'll usually add a resistance band and put it around this onto the pole here. So now for that early 30%, now I'm pulling against the band, and then the rest, the other 70%, now that weight is lifting up against gravity. So that's kind of how I get resistance throughout the entirety of the rep, which is a pain in the ass because, I feel if you have to add a band to a certain machine or make a modification, that's some sort of technical gap there and what it's supposed to be doing. But it is great. I usually do single leg kickbacks on it. I've been starting to do them more on cables. It's been starting to feel a lot better. So that's why I'm going to probably drop this one into the C. You just don't use it a ton anymore. And again, it's a pain in the ass having to like construct the resistance band around there. And yeah, so that's why I've just been opting out for the cables now. Plate loaded shoulder press. This one's good. Yeah. This one does feel really good. I'm gonna put this. I don't know. This one's tricky. Okay, I'm going to put this in a B for this particular machine because there's another shoulder press machine that was at my last gym. I think it's made by Anchor. I think that's the manufacturer, or Armor. Anchor, Armor. I think it's Anchor. That shoulder press machine there, it's more upright. That's like my 1-1 fucking S tier all the way. This one I'm going to put B just because it's still a great plate loaded shoulder press machine. The big seat is like a little uncomfortable. I don't love like leaning back because then I oftentimes then, because I'm already leaning back, then when I'm struggling, I'm pushing my chest up and I lose form pretty quickly on this machine. That's not my only complaint, but it's still great. The hand positioning is fine. You still get great range of motion on this. It's very adjustable. You can add a lot of weight. Still a great machine, but I'm going to put it in the B tier. This is bread and butter, just a standard pec deck, cable loaded. Every gym has this. I mean, it's still an A-tier machine. I think this is still as good as you're going to get with flies. I mean, I've had that other one. I think I put that in the S tier. I don't remember the plate loaded chest fly. But yeah, this one feels fucking awesome. I will take this 100 times out of 100 times over a dumbbell fly. I think it's far better than like a standing cable fly, even though I still do them sometimes. Like today I did a decline version, but if you're just trying to do a standard flat fly, you know, this is one of the best options you got. And it's versatile. You could do reverse flies on here as well. Although people say it's not optimal, it's still a great option for some upper back rear delt training. So yeah, the standard cable loaded pec deck, that's got to be an A tier without a doubt. Yeah, this machine, I've been seeing a lot of gyms have this one lately. It is who makes this machine? Yeah, these are the ones that are upstairs. This is Life Fitness, I believe it is. Yeah, I think you'll find these in a lot of the big commercial gyms, like your Chelsea Piers Fitnesses, like my last gym, Equinox, Lifetime, things like that, you know. And then a lot of private gyms like this will have it's a good option to have, right? You have more of the hardcore, grittier bodybuilder equipment downstairs, and then a lot of the cable work with your cardio machines, some dumbbells, and then kind of just the bread and butter, Life Fitness machines like this. It's good to have these two. I mean, this one in particular, I don't love, even though you have the two different grips, I don't love the range of motion on it. So I'm going to toss this one in like a C. Just never felt great. Much better options. You have that other chest press that we just went over. I think like Smith machine shoulder press is better than this. Dumbbell shoulder press is better than this. Military press is better than this. So actually, yeah, we're going to drop this one into the D now that I'm thinking about it. And then, yeah, similar Life Fitness, same thing. Chest press. Not No, I love machine presses. It's typically been one of my favorite movements. My only thing is Life Fitness, for some reason, I hope that's even the name of the manufacturer, I'm saying it right. Their chest press machine, it just like, it feels weird. I don't know how to describe it. It doesn't feel right on my shoulders. I I just could never find like a comfortable position. Maybe it's a plane of motion. I don't know what it is, but like other cable loaded chest press machines have been a staple in my lifting career, like above any other chest press movement. It has been an S tier movement for me, but it's just this chest press machine by Life Fitness isn't it for me. So I'm gonna put it in the C. I would put it lower, but I just can't put that much disrespect on a chest press cable loaded machine because I do think they are that good. I forget the one when I used to go to Lifetime back in the day, the one they had, whatever brand that was, that one was an S tier for me. It's a different brand. So, because that's another thing you got to remember. Like, all these machines, although they may look very similar, you know, they all got their own patents or different angles, different how the weight's distributed, and it's going to be different. So, they look the same, but they're not. So this one doesn't feel the same. I'm putting that in the D. Love dip machine. Oh, it's so great. This one's not bad by Life Fitness. I like this one a lot. Is it better? I mean, like I love doing these over dips. It just feels better for my shoulders. You can still overload the weight. Yeah, because you can kind of. Is this an A or a B, guys? Fuck. This has been a staple for me. Again, I'm trying to think. Yeah, we're gonna put it in the B because I think a standard dip, like a weighted dip, is gonna be A. So we'll put this in the B. But excellent machine. I almost feel bad putting it in the B and not in the A because it has been such a staple for me, and I've used it for so long. Adjusting the seat, you can get a great range of motion. It's almost, I feel like sometimes easier to target the chest on this machine as opposed to a dip. But yeah, awesome machine. Absolutely love this one. And I think that's it. Of course, they have more shit there. Like, they have fucking incline barbell press, standard barbell press, like all the cable stuff. I didn't feel the need to review like cables and all that bullshit. You know, there are some things that are missing. I wish they did have a, cable loaded preacher curl machine or a tricep extension. My last gym had both of those. Those were really great. But again, it's a smaller space, but they do a fucking great job with it. But for the most part, if you look at the diversity they have or the variety with the leg machines, amazing. Plenty of variety for back because they have a ton of cables as well. So you can do your pull downs, all those variations. They have the cable rows, all that stuff. Arms, easy. As you've seen in the video, because we did that quick walkthrough. So yeah, that's how I'm ranking the machines in this gym. Maybe I'll go to some of the other Gym NYC locations and see what other things they have there. But yeah, that's pretty much it, ladies and gents. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Again, let me know what you guys want to see next. But decent chest workout. You guys finally got to see the new gym. It's fucking sick. Really cool, unique machines I've really been enjoying using. So yeah, we'll try and keep creating some unique content here. This is a little bit of a different angle. That was fun for me. So happy to happy to do whatever. Let me know what you guys think. Like, subscribe, send to your mother, send to your friends, and I'll see you in the next one.